Hello my friends, it's Grace and welcome back to another video. The video that I'm going to be doing today is my Christmas/holiday book haul, and I've actually got 8 books here today to talk to you about, and I was only technically gifted one of them. However, my family and friends do know me, and I received multiple Indigo gift cards, so with those I went and picked up the rest of the things that make up this book haul. So they still count. They were sort of Christmas presents. I mean, they were, just not those particular books. Okay, so the first book that I want to talk about and show to you is one that was actually a gift, and it is the special edition, or one of the special editions, of Guards by Terry Pratchett. And this was gifted to me by my wonderful boyfriend, Ben, and this is a gorgeous book, but the thing that is very funny about this is that he got me this, and I also got him a special edition of his favorite Discworld book. So, on the same page, let me tell you. But as you might know, if you've watched my Favorites of 2021 video, Guards was on there. It is still my favorite Terry Pratchett book that I've read so far. I absolutely love it, and I appreciate this so much because this is gorgeous. There is also a purple version of this, I believe, but as far as I'm aware, the exterior of this is the same, but it's red, so you can see the dragon, like, embossed, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word for it, on the cover. And there is some really great art in here as well. I'm just going to show you my personal favorite, which is this one. I don't know if you can even see it, but it's also a dragon. And there is art like that at every sort of interval throughout the book. And this is just so gorgeous. This is definitely going to get a place of honor. I just don't know quite where I'm going to put it yet because my room is filling with books at an alarming rate. But this deserves to be displayed somehow, and I love it very much. Now, while we're at it, I may as well go straight from that to Thud, which is also a part of the City Watch Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, and I believe this is the 7th book. We're not there yet. Ben and I are buddy reading this series together, but I just saw this at Indigo and I have been picking these up, whichever ones I don't have, whenever I see them. So this just happened to be the one that they had on that particular day. I honestly don't want to read the back. I haven't read anything synopsis-y because this is like 5 books ahead of where I am and I don't want to be spoiled for it. But we have Thud. Next up, I bought Tokyo Ever After by Amico Jean, and this is sort of like a Princess Diaries story, which is what drew me to it because I would love to read that. So this is about a character, a girl named Izumi, and she is Japanese American. She's grown up in California, and she was raised by a single mother. So then, I mean, if Princess Diaries, tell me you know Princess Diaries, you can tell where this is going. She finds out a secret about who her father really was, and the fact that his real identity is some type of royalty, I'm pretty sure. And so she's kind of swept away onto a journey of finding out what her heritage really is. This is YA. I don't know whether it's romance or not, but the Princess Diaries selling point was fully enough for me, and this sounds really sweet and fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, the next book that I have on my pile is an author that I have been wanting to pick up for a while now after hearing such phenomenal things, and that is My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. So this is a horror novel, and the basic premise is that our main character, Jade, lives in, I think, like a small mountainous town that doesn't really accept her. Like, I think she's sort of goth, or at least she is expressing herself in a way that is sort of non-conforming, and she's also like absolutely obsessed with slasher movies. So this This book, not movie, is based on sort of the fact that a slasher kind of might be coming to her town. And her town might be about to experience something horrible, and she is trying to decide whether she wants to help because they have not treated her very well, or whether she will put her knowledge of slasher movies to use to help them get out of this situation. So I have heard such great things about this. I mean, I have heard this about Stephen Graham Jones in general, and I am just so excited to read this. I do want to get more into horror, so I'm hoping that this is a really great stepping off point just because people love Stephen Graham Jones writing so much. The next book on this haul is The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri, and this is a 2021 release. Pretty sure it's a 2021 release, but regardless, I know that a lot of people read this year because it came out recently, and a lot of people really loved it. I believe that Angela from Literature Science Alliance loved it. I hope I'm not wrong about that. And I think that this is sapphic as well. It says, trapped by her despotic brother within the crumbling walls of an ancient temple, Princess Malini dreams of revenge. Forced to disavow her birthright and her power because of her past, maidservant Priya dreams of freedom. In a world beset by wild magic and turbulent uprising, their destinies will become irrevocably tangled, and together they will set an empire ablaze. So, I've just heard good things about this. I've been thinking about buying it for actually quite a long time. So when I had my Christmas money, I saw it on the shelf and thought that it was the perfect time. It's been calling to me for a while and I've been resisting, so I stopped. Next up, we have another horror book, and I am obsessed with the cover and the way that this is presented, and that is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. This just, like, the fact that this looks like an old, like, camp VHS tape cover, I'm obsessed. And the back looks like that as well. And, like, the art on here, it looks so unrealistic. I love it. Yeah. So, essentially, this follows two best friends. This book is basically exactly what it sounds like based on the title. It follows two best friends. I think their names are Abby and Gretchen. Yeah, so they're high school sophomores, and after a night of skinny dipping, Gretchen starts to act really weird, moody, irritable. Strange things start happening around her, and Abby has to try and figure out what's going on, and then I'm assuming that this culminates in Gretchen's exorcism. I don't think that Grady Hendrix is hiding anything here in terms of the ultimate plot, but I really like the way that he did the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and this seems like it's set in a similar time period, and I liked his approach to horror, so I did want to read more from him, and this seemed like a really great option to be my second book of his. The next book on my pile is The Skin We're In by Desmond Cole, and this is another book that I have actually wanted to buy for quite a long time. I finally picked it up, and not only is this a subject that I want to read about, but Desmond Cole is also from Toronto. So I'm going to read the inside flap of this because this has a lot of, I think, complex ideas going on, and I want to represent it properly. So it says, in his 2015 cover story for Toronto Life magazine, Desmond Cole exposed the racist actions of the Toronto police force, detailing the dozens of times he had been stopped and interrogated under the controversial practice of carding. The story quickly came to national prominence, shaking the country to its core and catapulting its author into the public sphere. Cole used his newfound profile to draw insistent, unyielding attention to the injustices faced by Black Canadians on a daily basis. Both Cole's activism and journalism find vibrant expression in his first book, The Skin We're In. Puncturing the bubble of Canadian smugness and naive assumptions of a post-racial nation, Cole chronicles just one year, 2017, in the struggle against racism in this country. It was a year that saw calls for tighter borders when Black refugees braved frigid temperatures to cross into Manitoba from the States, Indigenous land and water protectors resisting the celebration of Canada's 150th birthday, police across the country rallying around an officer accused of murder, and more. So this is a pretty long blurb, so I'm going to stop there, but I feel like that gives you a pretty good idea of what kind of content is in this book, and I think that it's going to be really important and also very relevant because I live basically not in Toronto, like not at all, but very close to Toronto, so incredibly relevant, and I'm really, really looking forward to this. The final book in my haul, and another gorgeous one, is The Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden. So in recent videos I have spoken about The Bear and the Nightingale being a recent read for me and one of my favorite books of 2021. So pretty much right when I finished The Bear and the Nightingale, I knew that I needed to go out and buy The Girl in the Tower because I was going to want to continue with this series sooner than later. The Bear and the Nightingale was a 5-star book for me, and people say that the quality of this series absolutely continues through the trilogy. So yeah, I basically just had to go out and buy this, and it is gorgeous. Like, I love these hardcovers. There are some books, I don't know if anyone else feels this, but there are some books that look better in paperback, and there are some books that look better in hardcover, and having them in the wrong format just doesn't look or seem right to me, and these look so good in hardcover. I love them so much. So this being the second in a series, I'm not going to say anything synopsis-y or about the plot, but you should all read The Bear and the Nightingale because it's amazing, and then we'll all read the rest of this series. Alright, my friends, those are the 8 books that I acquired in the Christmas holiday time period, and I'm really excited about all of them. I actually think that this is a really reasonable number of books, and the actual size of them leads me to believe that they are achievable for me to actually read. So yeah, I'm super, super, super happy about them. Let me know if you've read any of these, what you think of them, and what you recommend to me, if there's something that you want me to start with, if there's something that you think I will really love, let me know. I really hope that you liked this video. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!